Power up your confidence. Break the chains of self-doubt. Introduction. The confidence you deserve. Confidence is not something you're born with, and it's not something you just have. Confidence is built, earned, and cultivated through consistent effort, action, and discipline. Every man has the potential to be confident, but not every man takes the steps to claim it. If you've been held back by hesitation, doubt, or fear, let me be clear. You're not alone, and you're not powerless. Confidence isn't reserved for the naturally bold or outgoing. It's a skill that anyone can master, including you. In today's world, self-doubt is a silent epidemic. It lurks in your thoughts, whispers in your mind, and convinces you to stay small, avoid risks, and settle for less than you deserve. It's the voice that tells you, you're not good enough, or, what if you fail? But here's the truth. That voice is a liar. Self-doubt is the thief of opportunity, and the longer you let it control you, the more it will rob you of your potential. This book is your weapon against it. It's your guide to breaking free from the chains of self-doubt and reclaiming your power. Confidence isn't magic, and it's not a mystery. It's built on a foundation of clarity, action, and self-trust. It's the result of showing up for yourself every day, proving to yourself that you're capable, and silencing the noise of insecurity with undeniable evidence of your growth. The men who walk through life with confidence aren't fearless, they're courageous. They take action despite their doubts. They've learned to master their minds, trust their instincts, and face challenges head-on. This book will teach you how to do the same. What you'll find here isn't fluff, theory, or vague advice. This is a step-by-step journey to building unshakable confidence through practical, grounded strategies. Each chapter will challenge you to confront your weaknesses, take action, and redefine what's possible for you. You'll learn how to identify and dismantle the beliefs that hold you back, develop habits that reinforce your self-belief, and create a mindset that thrives in the face of adversity. By the end of this book, you'll have the tools and the mindset to live boldly, act decisively, and achieve what you once thought was out of reach. So here's the question. Are you ready to claim the confidence you deserve? Because it's not going to happen by accident. Confidence is a choice, and it's a journey that starts with a single step. This book is that step. Let's get to work. Chapter 1. Recognize the chains, identifying self-doubt. You can't fix what you don't acknowledge. Self-doubt is like a silent chain, one that tightens around your ambitions and limits your potential without you even realizing it. It whispers in the back of your mind, feeds your insecurities, and convinces you to settle for less. If you want to break free and build unshakable confidence, the first step is recognizing where self-doubt exists in your life and understanding how it operates. Self-doubt shows up in different ways, often disguised as something else. Maybe it's the fear of failure that stops you from taking action, convincing you that staying in your comfort zone is safer. Perhaps it's perfectionism, the idea that you're not ready to move forward until everything is flawless. Or it might be imposter syndrome, the nagging feeling that you're not good enough and will eventually be exposed as a fraud. Whatever form it takes, self-doubt thrives in silence, feeding off your inaction and growing stronger with every opportunity you let pass. The roots of self-doubt often trace back to your upbringing, past failures, or societal expectations. Think about the messages you've absorbed over the years, whether from family, friends, or the world around you. Were you told you'd never measure up? Did a single failure convince you that you're incapable? Have you been comparing yourself to others, measuring your worth against someone else's highlight reel? Recognizing where these patterns come from is crucial because it helps you separate fact from fiction. Most of your self-doubt isn't based on reality, it's based on old stories that no longer serve you. Identifying self-doubt also means becoming aware of how it influences your decisions. Look at your life right now. Where are you holding back? What opportunities have you avoided because you were afraid of failing or being judged? What dreams have you put on hold because you don't feel ready? Write these down. Be brutally honest with yourself. Self-doubt often hides in the excuses we make. I'm too busy. It's not the right time. I'll start when I'm better prepared. These excuses are just masks for fear. The sooner you recognize them, the sooner you can start dismantling them. Here's the truth. Self-doubt isn't going to disappear on its own. You can't wait for the day when you suddenly feel confident enough to act. Confidence is built through action, not the other way around. But before you can act, you need clarity. You need to see the chains that are holding you back and decide that you're no longer willing to let them define you. Self-doubt doesn't have to be a life sentence. It's a challenge to overcome. And now that you've recognized it, the real work begins. Let's move forward. Chapter 2. The Confidence Blueprint. Understand what drives it. Confidence doesn't appear out of thin air. It's not a magical trait that some people are born with while others are doomed to live without. Confidence is built, step by step, on a foundation of clarity, action, and trust in yourself. If you're ready to break free from self-doubt, you need a clear blueprint, a framework that shows you how confidence works and how to start building it for yourself. At its core, confidence begins with clarity. You can't be confident in a direction you haven't defined. Take a moment to reflect on your life. What do you want? What are your values, your strengths, and your goals? Many men feel lost not because they lack ability, but because they lack direction. Clarity is the antidote. When you know who you are and what you stand for, self-doubt has less room to grow. Confidence thrives when you have a clear sense of purpose, when you know where you're going and why it matters. But clarity alone isn't enough. Confidence is built through action. It's not something you think your way into. It's something you do your way into. Each time you take action, especially when it's uncomfortable, you're proving to yourself that you're capable. These small wins compound over time, creating a feedback loop of belief in your ability. Whether it's completing a workout, hitting a goal, or stepping outside your comfort zone, action reinforces the idea that you can handle whatever comes your way. Confidence is earned through doing, not wishing. Another critical pillar of confidence is self-trust. This isn't just about trusting your ability to succeed. It's about trusting yourself to follow through. Think about it. Every time you set a goal and don't pursue it, every promise you break to yourself, you erode your self-trust. And without self-trust, confidence can't survive. Rebuilding this trust starts with small, consistent actions. Keep the promises you make to yourself, no matter how minor they seem. If you say you're going to wake up early, do it. If you commit to finishing a task, follow through. These small acts of discipline lay the foundation for a solid, unshakable belief in yourself. One of the biggest confidence killers is relying on external validation. Too often, men tie their self-worth to the opinions of others, seeking approval, avoiding criticism, and measuring success based on how they're perceived. But external validation is a shaky foundation. It's unreliable and out of your control. True confidence comes from within, from knowing that your value isn't determined by others but by your own standards. This shift is liberating because it frees you from the need to prove yourself to anyone but you. To build unshakable confidence, you need to embrace the process. Confidence isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's built day by day, through clarity of purpose, consistent action, and self-trust. Every step you take, no matter how small, is progress. The question is, what will you do today to take that step? Confidence isn't given, it's earned. And now, you have the blueprint to start earning it. Let's move forward. Chapter 3. Rewriting the script, break free from limiting beliefs. If confidence is the engine that drives your success, limiting beliefs are the brakes that hold you back. These beliefs aren't just harmless thoughts. They're powerful barriers that shape how you see yourself and the world. They convince you to settle, to avoid risks, and to stay in the shadows when you should be stepping into the spotlight. If you want to build unshakable confidence, you must first confront and dismantle the limiting beliefs that have been holding you hostage. Limiting beliefs are sneaky. They often sound like truths that you've accepted without question. I'm not smart enough. I'm not experienced enough. I'm not good enough. These beliefs might stem from past failures, critical voices in your upbringing, or comparisons to others. Over time, they become ingrained, operating in the background like a virus, influencing every decision you make. But here's the reality: limiting beliefs aren't facts. They're stories. And stories can be rewritten. The first step to breaking free is identifying the beliefs that are keeping you small. Take a hard look at the areas of your life where you feel stuck or inadequate. What are the thoughts running through your mind when you face a challenge? What excuses do you make when you avoid taking action? Write these down. Be specific. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not confident," pinpoint the exact belief: "I don't believe I'm capable of speaking in front of an audience." The more precise you are, the easier it will be to challenge and reframe these beliefs. Once you've identified a limiting belief, it's time to dismantle it. Start by questioning its validity. Ask yourself, is this belief based on fact, or is it just an assumption? Often, you'll find that your limiting beliefs are rooted in fear, not reality. Challenge them with evidence from your own life. Have you ever succeeded at something similar? Have you ever overcome a similar fear? For example, if you believe you're bad at public speaking, think back to times when you communicated effectively, even if it was one-on-one. These small wins are proof that your belief isn't as absolute as it seems. Rewriting limiting beliefs involves replacing them with empowering truths. This isn't about blind positivity, it's about creating a belief system that serves your growth. Take the belief, "I'm not good enough," and reframe it as, "I am constantly improving, and I have the ability to learn and succeed." Write down your new beliefs and revisit them daily. The more you reinforce these empowering narratives, the more they'll become your default mindset. Finally, take action to reinforce your new beliefs. Confidence is built through doing, and the same applies to dismantling limiting beliefs. If you've reframed your belief about public speaking, take steps to test it. Volunteer to present at a meeting or join a speaking group. Each time you step into action, you weaken the grip of your old beliefs and strengthen the new ones. Over time, these actions compound, transforming your mindset and building the confidence you need to move forward. Breaking free from limiting beliefs isn't an overnight process, but it's one of the most transformative steps you can take. By identifying these beliefs, challenging their validity, rewriting the narrative, and taking action, you reclaim the power they've stolen from you. The question is, what limiting belief are you ready to challenge today, and what step will you take to prove it wrong? Confidence isn't just about building new habits, it's about breaking the old chains. Let's move forward. Chapter 4. The Discipline of Confidence, Taking Consistent Action. Confidence isn't born from wishes or positive affirmations. It's forged in the fires of consistent action. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and the confidence you want to build. Without it, even the strongest intentions fall apart. Discipline isn't just about forcing yourself to do things. It's about creating habits and systems that make action inevitable, even when you don't feel like it. If you want unshakable confidence, you need to master the discipline of taking consistent, deliberate action. The first step to building discipline is understanding its relationship with confidence. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes after. It's a byproduct of proving to yourself, day after day, that you can follow through. Each time you act, you're telling your mind, I am capable. Each time you avoid action, you reinforce doubt. This is why discipline is so powerful. It keeps you moving forward, building momentum even when fear or doubt tries to hold you back. Confidence grows when you honor your commitments, especially the ones you make to yourself. Creating discipline starts with small, manageable actions. Too often, people set grand goals only to abandon them when motivation fades. Discipline isn't about massive leaps, it's about small, consistent steps that build over time. For example, if your goal is to get in shape, start with 10 minutes of exercise a day rather than committing to a 2-hour gym session. When you consistently achieve small wins, you build trust in yourself, and that trust becomes the foundation for bigger challenges. Remember, it's not the size of the action that matters, it's the consistency. Another key to discipline is eliminating decision fatigue. The more decisions you have to make, the easier it is to give in to excuses or distractions. Build routines that simplify your choices and automate your actions. For instance, decide in advance what time you'll work out, what tasks you'll tackle first, or what habits you'll prioritize. When the time comes, there's no room for debate, you just act. Routines aren't about rigidity, they're about freeing your mind to focus on what matters most. Discipline thrives when you create an environment that supports it. Accountability is a powerful tool for reinforcing discipline. Share your goals with someone who will hold you to your word, whether it's a friend, mentor, or coach. Accountability isn't about being policed, it's about creating a structure that encourages follow-through. When you know someone is counting on you to show up, it adds an extra layer of motivation to stay disciplined. At the same time, practice self-accountability by tracking your progress. Whether it's journaling, using an app, or simply reflecting at the end of the day, documenting your actions keeps you honest and focused. Discipline isn't always glamorous, but it's the backbone of confidence. It's what keeps you moving when motivation fades, when challenges arise, and when doubt creeps in. Every disciplined action you take is a vote for the person you want to become. A man who acts boldly, follows through on his commitments, and refuses to let fear dictate his life. The question is, what small, disciplined action will you take today to move closer to your goals? Confidence is built one action at a time. Let's move forward. Chapter 5. Fail forward. Embrace setbacks as stepping stones. Failure isn't the enemy of confidence, it's its greatest teacher. The men who build unshakable self-belief aren't the ones who avoid failure. They're the ones who embrace it, learn from it, and use it as fuel for their growth. Failure is inevitable on the path to success, but what separates those who thrive from those who falter is their mindset. If you want to break free from self-doubt and build lasting confidence, you need to change how you see failure. It's not the end, it's a stepping stone. Fear of failure is one of the most common barriers to action. It convinces you that it's safer to do nothing than to risk falling short. But here's the truth. Avoiding failure is the fastest way to stay stuck. Every missed opportunity, every chance not taken, is a silent failure in itself. The difference is, when you take action and fail, you gain something invaluable: experience. Experience is the currency of growth. It teaches you what works, what doesn't, and how to improve. Without it, you remain stagnant, living in the shadows of what if. The key to reframing failure is to see it as feedback, not a reflection of your worth. Failure is simply information. It's the world telling you that something needs to change: your approach, your preparation, or your perspective. When you remove the emotional sting of failure and approach it with curiosity, it becomes a tool for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What adjustments can I make? How will this experience make me stronger? These questions shift your focus from self-pity to self-improvement, transforming failure into progress. One of the most powerful ways to embrace failure is to adopt a fail-forward mindset. This means using failure as a stepping stone to move closer to your goals. Take calculated risks, knowing that setbacks are part of the process. The men who succeed in life aren't the ones who avoid mistakes. They're the ones who keep moving, even when they stumble. Each failure brings you closer to success by teaching you valuable lessons that no amount of theory or preparation can provide. Progress isn't linear, but every step, forward or backward, contributes to your growth. To solidify this mindset, start taking small risks daily. Challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone, knowing that failure is an acceptable outcome. Whether it's striking up a conversation with a stranger, applying for a job you feel underqualified for, or trying a new skill, the act of risking failure builds resilience. Over time, you'll realize that failure isn't as catastrophic as your mind makes it out to be. Each time you bounce back, you reinforce the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. Failure isn't something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's a rite of passage, a badge of honor, and a sign that you're in the arena, fighting for what you want. The question is, what failure are you willing to risk today, knowing it will bring you closer to your goals? Confidence isn't built in the absence of failure, it's built in your response to it. Let's move forward. Chapter 6. Own your wins. Build self-trust. Confidence is rooted in self-trust. The unshakable belief that you can rely on yourself to show up, follow through, and deliver when it matters. But here's the problem. Most men spend more time dwelling on their losses than acknowledging their wins. They focus on their mistakes, failures, and shortcomings while ignoring the small victories that prove their progress. If you want to build confidence, you need to flip the script. You need to start owning your wins. Owning your wins begins with a simple shift in perspective. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Too often, men wait for monumental achievements before giving themselves credit. They downplay the small victories that are critical to building momentum. Maybe you finally went to the gym after weeks of procrastination, initiated a tough conversation, or stuck to a daily habit for the first time. These moments matter. They're proof that you're capable of taking action, even when it's uncomfortable. When you start to see progress as an achievement, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you're moving in the right direction. Another reason men fail to own their wins is the constant search for external validation. You might hit a goal, but if no one else acknowledges it, you downplay its significance. This mindset is a confidence killer. True self-trust comes from internal validation, knowing your value and progress without needing applause. Start by creating a habit of self-recognition. At the end of each day, reflect on what you did well. Write it down. Whether it's completing a task, overcoming a challenge, or simply sticking to your routine, acknowledging these wins shifts your focus from what's missing to what you're achieving. Building self-trust also means keeping the promises you make to yourself. Every time you set a goal or commit to an action, you're making a pact with yourself. Following through on that pact strengthens your confidence. Breaking it erodes it. Think about how many times you've told yourself you'd start a project, quit a bad habit, or stick to a schedule, only to fall short. Each broken promise chips away at your belief in your own reliability. Start small. Set realistic goals that you can consistently achieve. The more you prove to yourself that you're dependable, the stronger your confidence becomes. Finally, understand that owning your wins doesn't mean ignoring your mistakes. It means balancing the scales. Learn from your setbacks, but don't let them overshadow your progress. Confidence isn't about being flawless, it's about being resilient. When you own your wins, you remind yourself of what you're capable of, even in the face of challenges. This creates a foundation of self-trust that allows you to approach life with courage and clarity. Confidence grows when you give yourself permission to succeed, even in the small moments. It's about recognizing the steps you're taking, the progress you're making, and the strength you're building along the way. The question is, what win will you celebrate today, and how will it reinforce your belief in yourself? Confidence starts with self-trust, and self-trust starts with owning your victories. Let's move forward. Chapter 7. Focus and clarity. Cut through the noise. In a world filled with distractions, focus is a superpower. Clarity, its partner, is the compass that ensures your focus is directed toward what truly matters. Without these two elements, confidence falters, goals remain out of reach, and you find yourself stuck in a cycle of busyness without progress. If you want to build an unshakable foundation for success, you must master the art of cutting through the noise and channeling your attention with precision. Focus starts with knowing your priorities. Many men lose their edge because they spread themselves too thin, trying to chase everything at once. The result? Frustration, burnout, and a lack of meaningful progress. To regain control, you need to identify what truly matters in your life, your core goals, values, and priorities. Ask yourself, what am I working toward, and why does it matter? Be ruthless in your clarity. If something doesn't align with your purpose or long-term vision, it's a distraction. The sharper your focus, the less room there is for doubt and hesitation. The modern world is designed to steal your attention. Social media, endless notifications, and the constant flood of information are enemies of clarity. To protect your focus, you must create boundaries. Start by eliminating unnecessary distractions from your environment. Turn off notifications, set clear work hours, and declutter your space. A clean, organized environment leads to a clear, organized mind. Remember, every distraction you allow into your life is stealing time and energy from your goals. Reclaim your attention by designing an environment that supports your focus rather than sabotaging it. Clarity also comes from having a plan. A focused mind thrives on structure, not chaos. Each day, take time to set clear, actionable goals. Write them down. Prioritize the most important tasks, the ones that move the needle toward your larger vision. Use tools like time blocking to allocate dedicated periods for deep work. When you know what needs to be done and when, you eliminate decision fatigue and create momentum. A clear plan not only keeps you on track but also gives you a sense of accomplishment as you check off each task. Mindfulness is another key to mastering focus. It's easy to get caught up in overthinking, worrying about the future, or dwelling on the past. These mental distractions are just as dangerous as external ones. Mindfulness helps you stay present, fully engaged in the task at hand. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, or simply taking a moment to refocus can work wonders for your clarity. When your mind is centered in the present moment, your energy is concentrated, and your confidence grows with each completed task. Focus and clarity aren't just habits, they're disciplines. They require consistent effort to maintain in a world that constantly pulls you in every direction. But the rewards are worth it. With focus, you accomplish more in less time. With clarity, you move toward your goals with confidence and purpose. The question is, what distractions will you eliminate today, and how will you realign your focus to what truly matters? The ability to cut through the noise is a skill that separates the mediocre from the exceptional. Let's move forward. Chapter 8. Conquer comparison. Be your own standard. Comparison is a trap, and it's one that's easier than ever to fall into. In the age of social media and constant visibility into others' lives, it's tempting to measure your progress, worth, and success against someone else's highlight reel. But comparison doesn't build confidence, it erodes it. The more you focus on what others are doing, the more you lose sight of your own path. If you want to develop unshakable confidence, you need to stop comparing yourself to others and start being your own standard. The problem with comparison is that it's inherently unfair. You're measuring your behind-the-scenes struggles against someone else's curated successes. You see their wins, their polished moments, their highlights, but you don't see the failures, doubts, and sacrifices that got them there. Meanwhile, you're intimately aware of your own setbacks, insecurities, and fears. This skewed perspective fuels self-doubt and makes you feel like you're always falling short. But here's the truth. You're not competing against anyone but yourself. The key to conquering comparison is shifting your focus inward. Instead of looking at what others are doing, measure your progress against your own past self. Are you better today than you were yesterday? Are you closer to your goals than you were last month? Growth isn't about being the best, it's about being better. When you adopt this mindset, every step forward becomes a win, and every setback becomes an opportunity to learn. Comparison loses its power because you're no longer chasing someone else's version of success, you're building your own. Another way to break free from comparison is to reframe how you view others' success. Instead of feeling envy or inadequacy, see it as proof of what's possible. If someone else has achieved something you aspire to, it's not a reminder of what you lack, it's evidence that it can be done. Use their success as inspiration, not a measuring stick. Ask yourself, what can I learn from their journey? What strategies or mindsets can I adopt to move closer to my own goals? When you view others' achievements as opportunities to grow, comparison becomes a tool for empowerment rather than discouragement. Building your confidence also requires setting clear, personal goals. The more defined your purpose and direction, the less room there is for comparison. When you're focused on your own mission, you're less likely to be distracted by what others are doing. Take the time to clarify what success looks like for you, not for society, your peers, or anyone else. Write it down. What are your core values? What are your long-term aspirations? When you have a clear vision of your own path, you stop looking sideways and start moving forward with purpose. Finally, practice gratitude for where you are and what you've accomplished. Comparison often stems from a mindset of scarcity, the belief that someone else's success diminishes your own. Gratitude shifts your focus to abundance. Take time each day to reflect on what you're proud of, what you've achieved, and what you're capable of. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment and reinforces the belief that you're exactly where you need to be on your journey. Confidence grows when you stop looking for validation in others and start finding it within yourself. The question is, who are you comparing yourself to, and how is it holding you back? What can you do today to realign with your own path? The moment you choose to be your own standard is the moment you take control of your confidence. Let's move forward. Chapter 9. The Confidence Mindset. Reframe Challenges. Confidence isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about how you respond to them. Life is going to throw obstacles in your path, no matter how skilled, prepared, or disciplined you are. The difference between those who falter and those who thrive lies in their mindset. If you want unshakable confidence, you need to master the art of reframing challenges. See them not as threats but as opportunities to grow, adapt, and prove yourself. The first step to reframing challenges is shifting your perspective. Most people view obstacles as setbacks, signs that they're on the wrong path, or evidence that they're not good enough. But what if you saw challenges as essential steps in your journey? Every setback, every difficulty, every failure is a chance to learn and grow. Challenges aren't roadblocks, they're stepping stones. They force you to think creatively, push past your limits, and develop resilience. When you embrace this mindset, even the toughest situations become tools for building confidence. Reframing challenges also means taking ownership of them. Too often, people fall into a victim mentality, blaming circumstances, others, or bad luck for their struggles. But confidence doesn't grow in the soil of blame, it grows in the soil of responsibility. When you take ownership of a challenge, you reclaim your power to overcome it. Ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? What actions can I take to move forward? By focusing on what you can influence, you shift from feeling helpless to feeling empowered. Another powerful tool for reframing challenges is visualization. Picture yourself not just facing the obstacle but conquering it. Imagine the steps you'll take, the skills you'll use, and the moment of triumph when you succeed. Visualization isn't about wishful thinking, it's about mentally rehearsing success so you're prepared to take action. When you see yourself overcoming a challenge, you're reinforcing the belief that you can handle it. Confidence grows when your mind and actions align. Taking consistent action is key to building the confidence mindset. Challenges often seem overwhelming because we focus on their enormity instead of breaking them down into manageable steps. Instead of thinking about climbing the entire mountain, focus on the next step in front of you. Progress, no matter how small, builds momentum. Each small victory reinforces the belief that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. Over time, these incremental steps create massive change. Finally, remember that challenges are temporary, but the skills and strength you gain from overcoming them are permanent. Every obstacle you conquer becomes a part of your foundation, a reminder of what you're capable of. Confidence isn't built in the absence of challenges, it's forged in the fire of adversity. The question is, what challenge are you facing right now, and how will you reframe it as an opportunity to grow? The ability to see opportunity in difficulty is what separates the average from the exceptional. Let's move forward. Chapter 10. Build your inner circle. Surround yourself with strength. Confidence doesn't exist in a vacuum. While personal growth is ultimately your responsibility, the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your mindset, resilience, and success. The wrong influences can drain your energy, erode your self-belief, and keep you stuck in mediocrity. But the right inner circle, one filled with strength, support, and accountability, can elevate you to levels you never thought possible. To truly master your mind and life, you need to curate a circle that fuels your growth, not your doubts. The first step in building your inner circle is assessing your current relationships. Ask yourself, who lifts you up, and who holds you back? Toxic relationships don't always scream negativity. They can be subtle, draining your energy through constant complaints, criticism, or lack of support. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. Do they inspire you to aim higher, or do they leave you feeling drained or insecure? The hard truth is that some people in your life may be roadblocks to your confidence. Recognizing this is the first step toward creating the space for better connections. Once you've identified the relationships that aren't serving you, it's time to set boundaries. This doesn't mean cutting people off abruptly or burning bridges. It means prioritizing your energy and focus. If someone consistently brings negativity into your life, limit your interactions with them. Protecting your mental space isn't selfish, it's necessary for your growth. Confidence thrives in an environment of support and positivity, and you can't cultivate that environment if you're constantly weighed down by toxic influences. Equally important is surrounding yourself with people who challenge and inspire you. Seek out individuals who embody the qualities you admire: discipline, resilience, focus, and integrity. These people don't have to be perfect, but they should push you to become better. A strong inner circle isn't made up of yes men who agree with everything you say. It's made up of people who hold you accountable, call you out when you're slipping, and encourage you to aim higher. These relationships are built on mutual respect and a shared commitment to growth. Mentorship is another powerful way to strengthen your inner circle. A mentor doesn't have to be someone you know personally. It can be an author, a speaker, or a thought leader whose values and wisdom resonate with you. Study their work, adopt their mindset, and apply their lessons to your life. If you're fortunate enough to find a personal mentor, cherish that relationship. A good mentor can provide guidance, perspective, and encouragement that accelerate your growth exponentially. Finally, remember that building your inner circle isn't just about finding the right people, it's about being the right person. Confidence attracts confidence. If you want strong, positive relationships, you need to bring strength and positivity to the table. Be the kind of friend, partner, or mentee who uplifts others, holds them accountable, and celebrates their victories. The energy you give out is the energy you attract, and your inner circle will reflect the values you embody. Your inner circle has the power to shape your confidence and your future. The question is, who in your life is fueling your growth, and who is holding you back? What steps will you take today to strengthen your circle and protect your energy? Confidence isn't just about mastering your mind, it's about creating an environment that amplifies your strength and success. Let's move forward. Chapter 11. Daily Confidence Rituals. Keep the momentum going. Confidence isn't built overnight, and it doesn't stay intact without consistent effort. Just as physical strength requires regular exercise, mental strength and self-belief need daily reinforcement. Confidence isn't a switch you flip once and forget. It's a discipline, a set of habits and rituals that keep your mindset sharp, focused, and resilient. If you want unshakable confidence, you must commit to the daily practices that sustain it. The foundation of a confidence-building routine is a strong morning ritual. How you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. A purposeful morning ritual primes your mind for clarity, action, and success. Begin with a moment of gratitude. Acknowledge what you've already achieved and what you're capable of. Follow it with visualization. Picture yourself tackling challenges with confidence and achieving your goals. This isn't daydreaming, it's mental preparation. When you start your day with intention, you equip yourself to face whatever comes your way with a clear and focused mind. Physical movement is another essential part of your daily confidence rituals. Exercise isn't just about staying fit, it's about reinforcing your discipline and reminding yourself of your strength. When you push your body, you push your mind. The discipline required to stick to a workout routine spills over into every other area of your life. Whether it's a full gym session, a quick jog, or even a set of push-ups, moving your body each day builds momentum and reinforces the belief that you're capable of hard things. Reflection is equally important in maintaining confidence. Take time at the end of each day to assess your wins, identify areas for improvement, and set intentions for tomorrow. Reflection isn't about dwelling on mistakes, it's about learning from them. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and acknowledge the progress you're making. This practice not only builds confidence but also keeps you focused on growth. When you see how far you've come, it's easier to stay motivated and tackle the next challenge with conviction. Another key ritual is affirming your self-worth. Confidence doesn't mean ignoring your flaws, but it does mean acknowledging your strengths. Take a few moments each day to affirm your value. Remind yourself of what you've achieved, the skills you possess, and the obstacles you've overcome. Write these affirmations down or say them aloud. This isn't about empty positivity, it's about grounding yourself in the truth of your capabilities. When you consistently affirm your strengths, you create a mental framework that supports confidence rather than self-doubt. Finally, prioritize consistency over intensity. Building confidence isn't about grand gestures or occasional bursts of effort. It's about showing up every day, no matter how small the action. Confidence grows from the cumulative effect of disciplined habits. Even on the tough days, when motivation is low, commit to doing something, anything, that reinforces your belief in yourself. Consistency builds trust in your abilities and reminds you that you're in control of your growth. Your daily rituals are the foundation of your confidence. The question is, what habits are you practicing today to reinforce your self-belief and keep your momentum going? Confidence isn't something you hope for. It's something you build, one day at a time. Let's move forward. Chapter 12. The Confidence Breakthrough, a Transformative Challenge. Confidence is built in action, and it's solidified through challenge. No matter how much you reflect, plan, or prepare, there comes a time when you need to put yourself to the test. This chapter is your call to action, a transformative challenge designed to push your limits, confront your fears, and anchor the confidence you've been cultivating. This isn't about thinking, it's about doing. Growth doesn't come from comfort. It comes from stepping into the unknown and proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you imagined. The first step in this challenge is to identify a fear, doubt, or limiting belief that has been holding you back. Maybe it's fear of failure, fear of rejection, or a belief that you're not good enough. Be brutally honest with yourself. What's the one thing you've been avoiding because it feels too big, too risky, or too overwhelming? Write it down. This is the barrier you're going to break through, not someday, but now. Facing it head-on is the only way to reclaim the power it has taken from you. Next, break your challenge into manageable steps. Too often, we're paralyzed by the size of our fears, but every mountain can be climbed one step at a time. If your fear is public speaking, start small. Speak up in a meeting or introduce yourself to someone new. If you doubt your ability to achieve a big goal, break it into smaller milestones and tackle the first one. The key is to take consistent, deliberate action. Each step, no matter how small, builds momentum and chips away at the power of fear. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. As you take on this challenge, expect resistance. Your mind will try to pull you back into your comfort zone, feeding you excuses and doubts. Recognize these thoughts for what they are: fear's last attempt to maintain control. Push through. Confidence isn't about eliminating fear, it's about acting despite it. Each time you do, you weaken fear's grip and strengthen your belief in yourself. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action in its presence. Reflection is a critical part of this breakthrough. After each step, take time to evaluate what you've learned. What did you do well? What surprised you? What could you do differently next time? Celebrate your wins, no matter how small, and acknowledge the strength it took to act. Reflection not only reinforces your progress but also helps you adjust and refine your approach for future challenges. Confidence grows when you see the tangible results of your effort. Finally, commit to continuing this process. The confidence breakthrough isn't a one-time event, it's a way of life. Once you've conquered one fear, move on to the next. Keep setting bigger goals, taking bolder actions, and pushing yourself further. Confidence isn't static, it's a skill you build and strengthen over time. The more you challenge yourself, the more resilient, capable, and unshakable you become. This is your moment to rise. The question is, what fear or doubt are you ready to confront today, and what step will you take to overcome it? Confidence is earned, not given. It's time to claim yours. Let's move forward. Conclusion. Unshakable confidence, the life you deserve. Confidence is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not something you achieve once and forget about. It's something you cultivate, strengthen, and carry with you every day. The process of building confidence isn't easy, and it's not meant to be. True confidence is forged through hard work, discipline, and a relentless commitment to facing your fears and breaking through your limitations. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it feels difficult, and trusting that every step you take is one closer to the person you want to become. As you move forward from this book, remember that the foundation of unshakable confidence is built on small, consistent actions. Every day, you have the opportunity to reinforce your belief in yourself. Whether it's through the daily rituals you've established, the challenges you've confronted, or the progress you've made, each moment of intentional action adds to the solid structure of your confidence. This isn't about one breakthrough. It's about creating a lifestyle of self-belief that grows stronger with every passing day. In the end, your confidence is yours to command. No one else can give it to you, and no one else can take it from you. It's something you create from within, through your decisions, actions, and mindset. The moment you stop seeking validation from others and start recognizing your own worth is the moment you take full control over your life. You are the architect of your confidence, and the foundation is built by you. There will always be challenges, fears, and setbacks, but how you respond to them will define your path. So ask yourself, what kind of man do you want to be? The man who lets self-doubt hold him back, or the one who relentlessly pushes forward, taking action and embracing challenges? Confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about being real. It's about facing your flaws, embracing your strengths, and moving forward, no matter the obstacles. The life you deserve, the life where you act with purpose, clarity, and unshakable confidence, starts today. Each small step you take brings you closer to mastering your mind, overcoming fear, and becoming the man you were always meant to be. You've taken the first step by reading this book, now it's time to put it into action. Confidence doesn't just happen, it's built. And the power to build it has always been within you.